It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Byron Murphy.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. But the Vikings at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year is James Conner. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Murray now. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To throw is Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is counter. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following the interception, Cousins. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Greg Dortch back deep. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10 is counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
To throw, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Shotgun now from Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't tell any defensive coordinator I play for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Cousins now.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain.
On play action, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Greg Joseph for the Vikings field goal of 43-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it.
And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They start the drive with Connor. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. on the draw, Connor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Arizona.
Throwing now is Murray.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Murray. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Za'Darius Smith. And they're going to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Za'Darius Smith switched teams, but never left the NFC North, going from Green Bay to Minnesota in the offseason. Had a back injury in 2021, but 26 sacks in 2 seasons as a Packer prior to that.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Play action now. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Murray now to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Finding Ertz again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Murray. This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again, Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards.
And the Cardinals are back within a score.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. On the return, Dortch.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open man is Anderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray to air it out again. Ertz over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Murray now. And this is going to be incomplete.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
From 28 yards out. Prater's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Gets around him. And he works free.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Now a give running right, it's Cook.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And the play goes goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Following the interception, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The football going back over to Arizona now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Connor up the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
Murray's pass complete to Bobby Anderson. It's a gain of 4, brings up 2nd down.
From the 38, Murray. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a draw play. This is Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is out of bounds here. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? To throw, it's Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken at the goal line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On play action, Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Cousins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
The drive will start with Connor. Skirts by him at the 35. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's at the lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Connor here on 1st.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
On 2nd and 9. Murray. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Za'Darius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Golden picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they've got to go thank the guys on D.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray. This is Anderson over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
Those faster passes when they're going that fast. Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st down, Cardinals.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. This is caught. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination at it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Important extra point up and through, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Cousins.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins to throw.
Able to find Thielen.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now Cousins.
He's got Rager, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Cousins.
He'll get this right back to Rager.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph.
He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Fielded right around the 8.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 4-3.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be